mamas, today I'm going to show you how to wear a newborn baby. There are two ways you can wear a newborn, with their legs in or with their legs out. So usually mums wear them with their legs in for the first few weeks and then gradually sort of move on to legs out as they get a little bit bigger. So I'm going to show you how to thread the sling, but you don't have to do this every single time you put baby in. If you want a little bit more information on how to thread the sling and a bit more close-up detail, have a look at our setting up the sling demonstration. So firstly, what you're going to do is drape the fabric across your back, making sure there's no twists and turns in the fabric. Then you're going to gather it all in one hand. You're going to go through the back of the rings, pull it all the way through, over the top, under the bottom. The reason we pull it all the way through is because you don't want too much slack when adjusting the sling. And your baby doesn't need too much space, especially a newborn. You don't need too much slack there. So then what you're going to do is what we call fan the fabric between the rings. So you're making sure there's no overlaps between the two rings. So fanning the fabric out just like this. And then you're making sure the top rung or the top seam is at the top of the sling and the top of the rings, and the bottom rung is at the bottom of the rings and the bottom of the sling. So when you pull the bottom, it adjusts the bottom. When you pull the top seam, it adjusts the top, and they're like your controls. Okay, so now you're all good to go. You're going to make a pouch for your baby. So lifting your rings up nice and high, popping your elbow in. I like to hold on to the top of the sling and then hold on to the top of the tail. Then you're going to pull downwards like this, and what's going to happen is that bottom rung is going to start to come up and create a little seat for your baby to sit in. If you look inside, you'll notice the fabric has a bit of an upturn or a kick up, and that's how you know that your bottom rung is tight enough for baby. Okay, so popping the rings up nice and high again, you're ready to pop your baby in. Okay, so popping baby up over the shoulder in the burping position, then reach underneath the sling, collect the little legs and pop them in that nice little froggy position, then pop that fabric up over the back and lower them into that pouch. Then you can make the adjustments, just sort of tighten across the top and through the middle and cut that fabric over the shoulder. You want to make sure the fabric is nice and firm across the middle and they're completely supported in the back, so there's no slouching or anything like that which can affect their airways. We're making sure their head is completely outside of the sling so that you can see that their airways are clear. Now, if you want to give your baby a little bit more neck support, especially newborns can have floppy little necks, so you can twist the tail very lightly. You don't have to do it too tightly because it will pop out, and then fold it underneath the top, and that gives Bubby a little bit more of a cushioning. So yeah, that's completely how to do your legs in carry. Now I'm going to show you how to do the legs out. All the steps are completely the same except when you're dropping Bubby in. So I'll just undo this. To loosen your sling, you can lift the top rings and let the fabric slide through, and then you can pull baby out from the top. So popping them in that burping position again. So back to this step, you've created a pouch for your baby, and then you're going to reach underneath. This time you're going to guide the legs through the bottom, and you're going to pull the fabric up, making sure that bottom rung is underneath their baby's knees and they sit into the sling. So once again, you're going to tighten across the top first and then all the way through the middle of the sling to support baby's back. And that's the legs out position, making sure baby is in that nice M shape. You can also sort of do your little wrap around for the neck support. So that's pretty much it for a newborn baby. Make sure if your baby is 3.6 kilograms, you're free to wear. If they're smaller than 3.6 kilograms, then just check with a healthcare professional, making sure they're happy for you to wear your bub. And that's all. Thanks for watching.